How's it going, fellow traders? Magic Trader here, and this is the CFTC report for the data that was recorded on October 20th, 2020. So here we are by starting our look at the positions of the institutions by examining first gold. And we're going to take a look at what the institutions have been up to. And the first thing we can see is if we take a look at long positions, look what is going on here. Okay, they went from 326,000 to 340,000. That's a big significant jump upwards. Okay, but at the same time, I also want you to look at what they're doing with short positions. Okay, look over the last few weeks what they've been doing, slowly creeping up. Now they're at a somewhat aggressive 90,000. Yes, longs are at 340, which is super aggressive. We'd expect them to start taking some profits. Okay, and this is very much timed with what's going on with the euro. Now, just look at this price action. What do we see here? Okay, watch this price action, because later on I'm going to point something else out, and I want you to compare it to what you're seeing here. Okay, so yes, longs are getting aggressive, so are shorts. Maybe it's in preparation for a move down. We don't know yet, but this is something that I want you to be aware of. Okay, next we have oil. What do we see with oil? Again, same thing is happening. We see longs being accumulated, 649 to 664,000. Longs are aggressive. Shorts are not doing much. What does that tell us? It's likely that we're going to see price push higher. Okay. Next, we look at the US dollar. Now, longs are not doing much. Okay, they've been cooled off for some time now. And if you take a look at shorts, they pretty much didn't even adjust their shorts. Okay, the only thing they did was took profits on some long positions, closing them from 20 to 18,000, and that was as price was rallying up. Now, why would they close long positions as price was rallying up? Well, we can see that eventually what happened was price dropped, and it's still maintaining this bottom here. Okay, we are seeing signs on the lower time frame charts that we're likely to see a move up like this. Okay, but it is still too early to tell, although there are many indications from other markets that would point in the direction of seeing price move up like this. Okay, so let's go on to the Aussie. And we can see that they closed some longs from 63 to 61,000. And take a look here. This is a pretty big move. 60K to 54. Okay, closing short positions. Okay, price dropped and they were closing short positions. Now you'd think that if we were to expect a move lower, they'd be adding to their shorts, but that's not what's happening. Okay, and I want you to see this here too. They were bearish, super bearish back here, and now what are they starting to do? Become bullish. Is this in preparation for a big rally up? I mean, we have targets up here, higher up on the charts, and we've been talking about this within the school for many weeks now. So I think there's a very strong possibility that we could see that unfold in the weeks, maybe even months to come. Next we have the US CAD. So the US CAD reacted to supply that we had. Prices drop. Okay, we saw the drop down here in price. Now this is consolidation here on the chart. What were they doing as price was consolidating? They added to their longs from 38 to 43. Now you can see the coloration of the cells. They're starting to become more aggressive. Okay, at the same time, shorts, they are not concentrating on shorts. Okay, they're not concentrating on shorts as price is down here. What does that tell us? Likely we see a push to the upside. Now remember what I was saying in regards to the dollar. Okay, remember that. Now let's go over to the US Swiss franc. What do we see? We see that price was just rallying up here, and as that was happening, what did they do? They increased longs from 4,000 to 7,000, and then look at this big increase, 16 to 21,000. All right, so that's a pretty decent jump, but we've seen short positions be up in these 20,000 ranges before. Does it mean it's going to hold now? Not really, but we are expecting some kind of a move to the upside based on what we're seeing with the other dollar pairs. Now we go to the euro. Remember what I was talking about, the price action. Okay, I want you to take a look at this. Now you remember what we were looking at with gold? It's a very similar price action. This is the type of price action that we see when price is made a top before it declines. And another reason why we'd expect it to decline is if we take a look back here. In the middle of the summer, longs became so aggressive that there wasn't any room to add. And as you can see, when longs became so aggressive, it was here. Okay? When there's no room to add to the long positions, price does not go higher because you need the institutions to be buying for it to go higher. So price is not going higher, and it's still sitting at aggressive levels, but we are expecting some profit taking, which will eventually fuel a move lower. Okay? One of the reasons why we believe the dollar is going to rally is because of this. Same thing with gold dropping. All right, now we got the pound. Look at the coloration of the cells here. This is what gives us our sentiment. Sentiment is pretty much neutral, blue. Okay, and it has been blue for some time now. Okay, which tells us we shouldn't be trading. And with price action like this, where do you trade? Where do you get in? Where's the momentum? There's no momentum. If you don't get into a position and there's no momentum to either to the upside or to the downside, if there's no momentum, then there's no trade. You need price to move to make money. So we're not seeing anything strong with the positions. We're not seeing anything strong with the sentiment. So it's not a great time to trade this pair. US dollar, Japanese yen, longs have been cooled off for some time now, and shorts, they were somewhat aggressive. They took some profits. Look at this price action. It's not doing anything. The institutions are not really showing anything with their positions. The only thing we can see is overall they are bearish. Okay, so we do expect some downside over time. And last but not least, we have the Kiwi. And the Kiwi price was consolidating at demand. We look at the coloration of the cells. We can see that they are blue, which means neutral. The only thing is that we can also see that they used to be bearish and now they are turning bullish. Now remember what we're seeing with the other pairs. Possible weakness, especially the euro, possible weakness, and then eventually we are expecting price to go higher. So a drop here could take this out, or it could just hold and price rallies. Hard to say. Sentiment is not very clear. We see the tendency for price to want to do this because of the buildup in net positions being bullish, but very difficult to tell at this point. This is not the right time to be dictating what price is going to do because of the circumstances. Alright, so that's your CFTC report for the day that was recorded October 20th, 2020. Thanks. If you have any questions, you can reach me at www.whiteoakfx.com. Thanks, and have yourself a great week. Take care.